I have with me in studio today a gentleman that, in my opinion, has created the best framework for beginning entrepreneurs in the coaching, speaking, consulting space, to the degree that I think it's absolutely your best chance at your fastest path to cash. All the way from Australia, we've got none other than Richmond Den. Richmond, welcome.
Myron, thank you very much for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I'll tell you, man, when I first heard you talk about this thing, I thought, this dude is insane. Because what he's saying right now, your whole concept went against everything that I felt like I knew, believed, and teach, right? And the longer I listened, the more sense it made. And the more sense it made, the longer I listened. And the longer I listened, the more sense it made. And then finally, I'm like, oh, that's what he's saying. And I'm going to tell you, even before I tell everybody what it is, I applied it one time. After I really got it, I said, well, let me see if I can create an offer that's remotely similar to this. I did it one time. And that one time that I did it, it literally made me about $700,000.
Wow.
So that being said, the concept that I'm talking about, for those of you who want to know, Richmond has created this concept called the Tiny Challenge. But before he starts talking about the Tiny Challenge, I want him to tell you a little bit about who he is and where he came from and why he's in the space he's in, because you haven't always been like a tiny challenge entrepreneur. You were a doctor.
That's correct.
Okay, so hold it a little bit closer.
Yep, that's right. So as you can tell from the accent, from Sydney, Australia. My parents came here from Vietnam in 1979. So I grew up in Australia, and I started out as, or some people call it an eye doctor, but optometrist, and that was my upbringing because in our
What's
culture,
the difference between an optometrist and an ophthalmologist?
ophthalmologist does surgery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they actually can. I guess the difference is a scalpel in the eye.
You didn't have to cut open people's eyes.
No,
okay.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So an optometrist does what? Prescribes glasses?
And also topical treatment, so for glaucoma and viral conditions or antibacterials for the eye. So anything that doesn't require a scalpel, we can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So literally, you were a doctor that helped people see better.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's what we did. I did that for 10 years, And
you loved it? You hated it? You liked it?
I don't know. No offense if you're an optometrist. I don't know many people who grow up saying, I want to be an optometrist. And they're really proud and happy being an optometrist. It's kind of like, when I grow up, I want to be a dentist. Like, who says that? You know what I mean? So and that was not me. I only know 2 people out of the hundreds of optoms I know that actually, I want to be an optom,
Really?
Yeah, it's mostly your parents. When your parents study hard, get good grades, and become a doctor, dentist, optometrist, all that. And so I did that, and that was what I did for 10 years. But I knew secretly it's not what I want to do forever. And I thought, just make them happy. And I mean, it's not a terrible job. It's a great, respectable job. You don't have to get your hands dirty, so to speak. And, it's respected in the society, and you get paid pretty well. But it's not.
And you make good money or not really?
Oh, well, I was making $130,000 a year, which is
wow.
How
much? But it costs probably twice that to become an optometrist.
And 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's, at the time you think it's great.
Wow.
But now being an entrepreneur, that's
right.
You make that in a day. So,
yes, you do have days where you make more than that.
Yeah.
And you probably have clients who make that much in a month now.
Yes.
Right. So, which is kind of, and it didn't take them 5 years.
That's right. And you can't work during those 5 years because you're full-time studying. Yeah.
Wow.
And there's no guarantee. Now it's really tough. When I did it, there was not many optometrists that were being released out from universities. There was only 3 universities in Australia that would graduate optometrists, and about 50 per year. Now there's 8 universities graduating 150 per year. And now they're not even getting jobs.
Right, because you don't need that many optometrists in Australia.
No, yeah, exactly.
So why are they doing it? Never mind. We can't fix maybe you should create a course to teach people who graduated from optometry school how to make more money not being an optometrist.
Exactly. Through a tiny challenge.
Exactly. So I would run ads to those people. Anyway, that just came to me.
Yeah, because there's so many of them. Yeah.
There's so many of them. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you decided you weren't going to be an optometrist anymore.
That's right. Yeah.
And you decided you're going to do what instead?
That was the question. What else? So I actually got a life coach because I'm thinking, okay, I'm not happy where I am. What should I do? I don't know what to do. You know, trying to, find your purpose.
You got a life coach.
To try to figure out what I could do in my life.
And how much does a life coach cost? I've never had one. So
yeah, at the time that was $3,000 for like 6 months or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Well,
and did they help you find your purpose?
Yeah, that funnily enough, they did.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And it was in being an entrepreneur, being in online space. Like my natural thing was I've always loved marketing and selling.
Okay.
And so like that attracted me. And so obviously being in the whole personal development industry and all that, you get exposed to what coaching is and what life coaching is and all that. And so I just wanted to immerse myself in that. That's how it kind of got started, from being immersed in that industry. There was one thing that I could do without me having to push myself to want to learn to do. Like everything else was a push.
You had to make yourself want to do it. But this is something like was just interesting.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then I got into like studying NLP and all that. And immersing myself in that.
Now, when you say you studied NLP, like you took classes on it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, lots of classes. Yeah,
lots of classes,
and courses and certifications. Yeah.
Really? Is that what you did when you first stepped into the entrepreneurial space, like correct. NLP coaching?
Yes, that's
now,
right.
Did you coach people on NLP, or did you use NLP to coach people to have breakthroughs?
Yeah, that's correct. I used NLP. I'm not an NLP trainer or anything like that, but I used NLP to help them break through.
Wow.
Yeah.
For what kind of issues?
Mostly relationship issues. Or it's funny, people come to you for like, they want to move up in their career, so professional career. So it's mostly coaching professionals in corporate career or someone in my career, and they want to move up. But it always ended up being their relationships.
Wow, cool. That's cool. Yeah. And so from there, you developed into doing something else. So
yeah, I did really well as a like an NLP life coach. I did really well doing that, and then made $500,000 no ads. Like in the first year and a half to 2 years.
That's wild.
Yeah, back then. And then people like...
How long ago was that? You say back then?
Yeah, that was 8 years ago.
Okay, so 8 years ago. Wow, that was decent money 8 years ago.
It was. And arguably social media was easier then too because less people on it.
Fewer people on it, yeah.
And Facebook Lives just came out.
Right. So is that what you used?
Yeah. But I've never spoken on camera before, but I was told that if... Facebook releases a new thing, you should get onto it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's how I grew.
Cool. And so you stepped online. When did you step into the whole space of teaching marketing?
Yeah.
Like how did that, was it as a result of the marketing you did for yourself as a life coach?
That's correct.
And that led you to think, you know what? All life coaches don't know how to do this. I think I'll teach them how to do what I do.
Well, actually, they came to me. They're like, Richmond, just show me what you're doing. Like, how are you getting clients as a life coach? I'm like, well, it's not really I never thought about teaching it. Like, but they just kept on coming.
Wow.
It's like, I want to learn how you're getting clients. And then eventually the niche became that.
Wow.
And so I started teaching life coaches on how to get clients in arguably the most saturated niche, because it's not really a niche anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So you were teaching life coaches how to get life coaching clients using marketing.
Yep.
Okay. And how long ago did that transition take place?
Transition took about 6 months. So
yeah, but how long ago?
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yep.
So you've been doing what you're doing now for 6 years.
Yep. Same avatar, same niche for 6 years.
For 6 years.
Yeah.
Is the success that both you and your clients are having in this niche greater than the success you and your clients were having in the life coaching niche?
Now they are.
Now?
Yeah. We have, like I was saying to you before, like we have over 1,000 video testimonials. It is just, we got a lot. It's a big library. Yeah.
Wow.
It is a big library. Yeah.
Wow. Over 1,000 video testimonies of people who've used your methodology to make money.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
For 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I met you how long ago?
Probably about 3-4 years ago.
So it was in 2021. It was after COVID?
Yeah. Because living in Australia, we couldn't travel out. Like they had the worst lockdowns, even
So did I meet you first at the mastermind that we're in, or did I meet you first at like an event? Do you remember?
No, it must have been a mastermind. It must have been Cancun.
Cancun, 2022, 2021?
Yeah, 2022.
2022. So I've only known you 3 years. I feel like I've known you longer than that. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
It really feels like it.
Yeah. And I knew you were a business dude making some money over in Australia or whatever. I didn't know that much about you, but we saw each other. I thought like we connected the first time.
Yeah.
Did we play golf the first time at that first mastermind you came to?
The second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we're part of this mastermind, and in this mastermind, what we do is we share with everybody else in the group what we're doing. And you got up one time and you talked about this concept called the tiny challenge.
Yeah.
And I thought it was crazy. So I don't think it's crazy anymore. So share with people what the tiny challenge is. You've written a book on it. You've taught other people how to do it. You've made like multiple 7 figures, and your clients are like my brother asked you a question this morning. He says, so does it work for your clients? And you said, well, we don't really have anybody who's done it that hasn't made money. That was like, and you said it so casually.
Yeah. You get used to your norm.
That your normal is not normal, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So share with everybody what that means, what a tiny challenge is, and what it does. All that.
Yep, great. It's a great question. And you're right. Most people hear it like, no, that's so weird. It won't work and all that. And so when you're starting out, like you have to choose a marketing vehicle to get clients. And you can choose either a webinar, a group challenge, grow a YouTube channel, podcast. Like there's so many options to do it VSL, automated or not. And it's very overwhelming. Every choice you have has a skill set that you need to learn in order to make that thing work. So for example, let's just use webinars as an example. It's pretty common. People know it. Number one, you need a list to fill up the room. Number two, you need to understand how to fill up the room. It's overwhelming how to do that. What if no one shows up? What if only 10 people show up? What if they show up and have all the cameras off? Then if they're there, then you need to learn how to speak to an audience, whether it's virtual or not, and understand all the tech, and then learn how to sell one-to-many. And that's just a 90-minute webinar.
Right.
Imagine doing a 5-day challenge, or imagine doing like a half-day workshop to get clients, and you're just starting out.
Wow.
You don't have all those skills, and even if you did have those skills, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of friction to get started, and that's why most people, they do it, they get discouraged, and they give up, and they think it's them. When it's the vehicle is not suited for where they are. And so
basically, using a webinar or a challenge for a beginner can sometimes feel like chucking the car keys to a 3-year-old and saying, drive to the store.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's not that they're incapable of driving anything.
Yeah.
They're just incapable of driving those vehicles.
That's right.
Wow.
And those vehicles do work, but just got to give it at the right time. Yeah.
Well stated. So what is a tiny challenge? I think for me, the internal opposition that I felt was towards the word tiny.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So what is a tiny challenge, and why do you call it a tiny challenge? Like, what does that even mean?
Yep. So a tiny challenge is like a traditional group challenge, but it's done one-on-one with just you and another person. Typically 5 calls done over 5 consecutive days, 30 to 45 minutes each, one-on-one. So that means you don't need to have a list. You don't need to worry about no one showing up. You don't need to worry about the skill set of speaking to an audience or the tech. It's ultimate flexibility. You can get started literally after you watch this YouTube video right now, because there's no launch, because it's done one-on-one. As soon as you get someone putting up their hand for it, you say, would you like to do that first call in an hour or now or tomorrow? And then you book in all calls, pre-scheduled in, and you get a 100% show rate. And so it removes all the friction, all the skill, and it's the fastest, quickest way to get started. And you don't even have to learn how to sell, because the reciprocity in the one-on-one challenge does all the selling for you. And we all know
I don't know what you mean. The reciprocity in one-on-one selling does the selling for you. What does that mean?
It means like, because you give so much value in the 5 days, that the reciprocity and trust that you build with someone, like basically at the end of it, they're like, I would just want to continue working with you. I'm just blown away.
So how much do you charge them for the 5-day challenge?
There's options. So if you're just starting out, I mean, we recommend most of our students do it for free, and then they provide or offer a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 offer at the very end. That's how we do it. But you can charge for it, and I get why people want to charge like $97, $200, or even refundable. But you're starting out, and so if you do charge for it, you got to understand that now you got to sell it.
Right.
But you don't have those selling skills. So I'll just start with free.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going back to where it doesn't make sense. No, it clearly makes sense because it's working for people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or a fully refundable $97 deposit. They get it back after 5 days.
Wow.
Like that would be the easiest paid tiny challenge. And I guess people think, do I charge? Or like, how do I filter out like time wasters? Because that's the whole point. Like you don't want to give away 5 calls one-on-one. At the same time, you got to understand like you're just starting out too. And so you're learning this. You're doing a whole process. So you're earning while you're learning. But you got to like the thing that surprised me because I started running them as well. And the time wasting, like the time wasters, it's like the opposite. So what I mean, like people don't opt in for a tiny challenge if they didn't have 5 calls to give to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the commitment level, they have a problem they want solved right now because everybody's busy. And we live in a world where everything's trying to get their attention.
So where they commit to 5 days with you for 30 to 45 minutes, that's a significant commitment, even more than the money.
Yes. And that tells us the person has a problem they want solved
Right now.
Yeah. It's a huge, even if someone offered me, go 5 calls, 5 days, I'm like, I got to really think about my schedule. And if it's
100%.
Yeah. Even if it was paid or not paid. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like, and I would be more likely to, I personally would be more likely to attend if I paid,
Yeah.
but I'm not a beginner,
Yeah.
right? If I was beginning and I didn't know and I didn't have a sense of certainty and I didn't know you, I might be more inclined to say yes if I didn't have to pay. So the whole thing's making more sense by the minute.
Yeah. Yeah. And like in 5 days, I mean, so many students are making their first sale online in under 5
And then at the end, you say, okay, if you want to continue working with me, it's $5,000 or $3,000 or $15,000 or whatever you charge.
Exactly.
How do you know how much to charge for the thing you're offering at the end, and how do you know how much time to give them for that money?
Yeah, this is a great question. So I always say charge what you feel certain in charging, like because it's making a sale or a pitch is all about your conviction. And so if you secretly, the question I get them asked is, what do you secretly want to charge or think this is worth? And they may say, secretly I think it's worth $5,000. Great. Now, if you were to present that on call 4 or 5 of the tiny challenge, where would your certainty be? And they're like, oh, if I said that, I feel so nervous saying that. I was, at the 5,000 mark, and I say, how certain would you feel if it was at 2,000? They're like, oh, that's a no-brainer. Hey, charge 2,000. Start there, and then increase your confidence as you go, and then eventually build up to 5,000. Like, I mean, your first one you might be 2,000, and the second one might be 3, then 4, then 5,000. As your conviction builds, that's how you do it. Yeah.
Wow.
And you can ask for feedback. Like what I love most, be like, I don't know what to offer at the end. That's cool. At the end, say, hey, look, if I was to offer you a $3,000 offer to continue working together, what would need to be in this for you to say, I'm in? And then they just tell you what they want.
So you let them create their own offer.
Exactly.
Wow.
Because you're just starting out because you don't know what to offer. Well, you're not clear if it's
There's so much about this that gets more and more brilliant by the minute, bro.
Exactly, yeah. And when you're starting out, people are like, oh, I could do this niche, I could do this niche, I could do this niche. Great. Pick 3 people in all different niches, do a tiny challenge with them each. And I guarantee after those 3, you will know who you want to serve.
Wow, so you can even use it to figure out what direction to go yourself.
Yeah, and it's safe. Imagine launching a big webinar or group challenge or something like that, and you don't even know what your niche is. And you realize you didn't want to coach them anyway. It's a big commitment and huge margin.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Wow. Okay. So now I know, so this works really well for new people, but you're not new and you still do it.
Yeah.
But like for your challenge, you don't do it for free.
That's correct.
How much do you charge somebody for? Like if I said, okay, Richmond, I want to do a challenge with you. What do you charge?
Yeah, you're gonna probably increase my price. It's $5,000.
Okay.
On the caveat that they allow me. So I'll pick a person, charge them $5,000 to do. I'll do a one-on-one tiny challenge with them, 5 calls, 5 days. On the caveat that they allow me to have other people sit in the same Zoom room
and watch. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if I say, okay, I'll pay you the 5,000, and then you let other people sit in there and watch.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's 25,000 with no one watching.
Okay. Got it. So if you don't want anybody to watch the 25, do people take that option?
Not yet. Not yet.
So most people opt.
And I wouldn't want that option either because the people watching, like the last one we did, we had 100 people watching and sold it for $97 each. And so the benefit of doing that is that when you present your offer on day 4 or 5,
you have 101 people watching, not just one person watching.
Yeah. Way better than $25,000 just one.
So when you have 101 people watching and you make your offer for how much?
For that, in that one there, we made a $25,000 offer, and I made a $100K offer to the person being hot seated.
And how many of the people took the $25K offer of the people who were watching?
Yep, 6 took $25K, and then we did a downsell of $5K, and 6 took that, and then the person took the $100K that said.
A downsell of $5K.
Yep.
So 6 is 125,000 plus $5K. That's 155,000.
Yep, 150 for the 25K, so 6 times. Yep, and then 6 took the $5K downsell.
150, that's right.
Plus the person who took the $100K offer.
Plus 5. Yep. Plus, so you ended up doing like $280,000 in sales.
Yeah, plus $10,000 in ticket sales, so $290.
$290,000 from one tiny challenge.
From one tiny challenge.
Well, I guess the tiny challenge is getting bigger by the minute.
Yeah, with not much prep work, because the one-on-one calls, like at that point, like I've done so much one-on-one coaching to get to where I am anyway, and so it's just you can just do it like on autopilot almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you know it. You're not teaching somebody something you learned last week. You're just teaching from your essence.
Exactly. And pure one-on-one coaching for 5 days consecutively.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so easy to launch. So not much prep work. I've done many group challenges too, and you actually gotta perform. You know what I mean? Like there's that essence to it. But this one here, there's no pressure to perform, and
everything's just you're just having a conversation.
Yeah, no slides, nothing. It's nothing. It's just one-on-one.
Wow.
Yeah.
And people watching the one-on-one are the people who are watching are thinking, "Man, I wish I was sitting in that seat."
That's right. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yes. They want that, and that's.
So, like some people that you've taught this to, how long have you been teaching the Tiny Challenge model?
4 years now.
So you've been teaching it for 4 years.
We never called it a Tiny Challenge.
What did you call it?
A one-on-one challenge.
Oh, one-on-one challenge.
Yeah, it was just called a one-on-one challenge. And then the first time I was at Pedro's house, and he's, the challenge guy, they said, we everyone's struggling with group challenges, so we developed and created just a one-on-one challenge. He's like, what's that? It's a challenge done one person, you another person, 5 days.
That's what you said.
I called it a one-on-one challenge. It's like, do you have a better name for that? And I'm like, no. And I didn't even think it was a thing. I just thought, but that's
all it is. It's a one-on-one challenge.
Yeah, it's like, but I think you should get a name for it. Like, okay. He's like, and then he said, because I believe what you have is going to be the next biggest thing in marketing. And so this has to be the thing you market. We never market it. This is like your first step, just do a one-on-one challenge. It was so like off the cuff kind of thing.
Right.
We didn't realize
this is an easy first step, basically.
Yeah, just do that. And until, spending time with people like you, Russell, and Pedro, and it's like, that is genius.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I guess when you're a former optometrist, you can see things other people can't see. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And so tell me about someone who you taught this to who went out and did something that changed their life.
Yeah. We got literally thousands of people who've never made their first dollar online. They literally are either just starting out, or they've been trying it for years, and they've been doing everything. Not that because they're afraid of hard work. Like, they work hard and they're so discouraged. And as soon as they run a one-on-one tiny challenge,
they have success.
Yeah, it is crazy. We have not, and I was saying to you before, like, we have not had a person not make money from this. Like,
so everybody who's taken the tiny challenge.
It just may take them 10 tiny challenges.
But they make money.
Yeah. And they get better.
Every time they do it.
Exactly. And they get refined, and And they don't need you don't need a big list. So people say, "Oh, I've got to post content and get a million views." Well, if you get a million views or a million comments, you got potentially a million tiny challenges around. That's a lot. So you don't even need that many. Like, just do a few posts, few stories, few reels, and do a call to action. And you get 1 or 2 people who raise their hand every single week. You're doing really well. And let's just say you do 10 tiny challenges a month, which is like very easy to do because you don't need that many leads for it. And you enroll 5 out of the 10 into a 3K program. That's a 15K month. And you didn't have to learn to speak. You didn't have to learn to do tech. You didn't have to learn all the hard things.
You have to learn how to build a PowerPoint deck.
You never. Why would you? There was people like, "Oh, should I do a PowerPoint slide thing for a one-on-one?" Why
would you do that? You don't even know what the questions are.
Yeah, exactly. So they could they could be on 10K months very, very easily. Very easily. And so we get some students who make money on their first tiny challenge, and some who need to do 8, 9, 10, and then they make their first dollar, which is fine, which is great because that happens in a month.
Well, I know when I got started in sales in 1985, I did presentation after presentation for 18 months before I made my first
Wow.
sale. I was terrible. I know it's hard for you to imagine me being terrible at sales, but it's not hard for me to remember because I remember it like it was yesterday. It was painful.
Yeah, wow. I can imagine the average person being discouraged, and that's
They're done.
Me.
Right.
Yeah.
But there was no place else to go, so I just stayed in the game.
No other option. Yeah.
Yeah. When winning is your only option, you can't lose.
Yeah, that's true.
So wow, Richmond. So let's say somebody has been moderately successful in coaching, but their audience is dried up and they don't have anybody to make their offers to. Can a tiny challenge help somebody like that? Have you had people like that who used to be successful, but now all of a sudden they're in the struggle bus and they start doing tiny challenges? It just restarts everything.
Yeah, many. Really? It's a great way. It's a great way to make money fast if you've got a list already, but like your business is going through like a dry patch, and maybe you made some money, $200,000 or maybe a couple million, and gone through a dry patch. And you've got a list of a couple of thousand people, you just send out a call to action. Hey, I'm doing a one-on-one tiny challenge. And you might charge for it because you've got a bit of a list already. You've got some credibility. You might charge $1,000 for it. I mean,
and then sell the seats to the people who are going to watch in the Zoom room.
Exactly. Like, it's just, I mean, Ricky Carruth. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty established.
Right.
He ran his first 2 tiny challenges.
Really?
Legit. Paid one though because he's got a list.
Right.
I think he charged like $2,000 for it. He sent me a voice clip. I ran my first one, $2,000. Put the call to action out. Heaps of people put up their hand, and he sold his first 25K offer off a tiny challenge.
Wow.
Then his second one, he sold his first 100K offer.
Off the back of a tiny challenge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it works for whether you're selling something small
or whether you're selling something for 100K.
Yeah. What's the best way to sell a 100K offer? Tiny challenge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he doesn't even know what the shadow seats are yet. Imagine he had people were sitting in the shadow seat when he was doing the 100K offer.
That's bananas.
Yeah.
That's bananas. So let's say that somebody wants to learn how to do tiny challenges and they're hearing us talk right now and they're like, oh snap, I got to learn this. What's the best way for them to learn how to do a tiny challenge?
Yep. Apart from everything's in this book.
Okay, let them see what the book is.
Tiny challenge.
Okay.
Yep.
And where do they get the book? Don't tell me tinychallenge.com.
No. tinychallengebook.com. tinychallengebook.com. tinychallenge.com goes to, it's ours as well,
but that goes to your challenge, to your tiny challenge.
Yeah, that goes to the full course.
Okay, gotcha.
But tinychallengebook.com.
tinychallengebook.com.
Yeah, this allows you to learn the frameworks and get it, because the problem when you're starting out is those half-hour to 45-minute calls can blow out to 90 minutes because you don't know how to keep it tight. And you've got experience, which is fine. But if you understand how to keep it tight through scripts, frameworks, structure, formats, you can keep those calls tight, which means you can run more and it's not as exhausting. So that's the main thing, how to keep it tight.
I think if you keep it tight too, your people are more likely to buy because they understand this is not an infinite coaching call where they get to ask you infinite questions from now on from eternity, right? To eternity. And so because it has an end point, that inspires them to have a reason to buy the thing you're offering at the end.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
I could see that could be a really big mistake some new people could make on their
Very big mistake. They just can't say no.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just keep going and going and going.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So they buy the book at tinychallengebook.com.
Yep.
And it teaches them everything they know.
Yep. How to
So
structure
how much
day
is the
one.
book? Like $100? $300?
It should be. It should be $100 at this stage. At this stage, it is free. Just pay for shipping at this stage. But at some point, we will be charging for it. And thank you, Myron, for your advice on that. So yeah.
So right now they can get the book for free and pay for shipping and learn how to do a tiny challenge.
Yep. How to structure call 1, 2, 3, all the way to how to present the offer. Because it's not like people can't hack a tiny challenge. Like,
Right.
Because you're going to be in it to hack it. So how do you hack it? You can't. So you're going to learn how to do it. Call number 1 is very different from anything that they've done before. I go through the 5F framework, find out people's future. So what do they want over the next 12 months? What do they want over the next 5 days? That's a future. What are their fears? What are their frustrations? Where have they failed in the past? And so when you learn all that about them, if you
now you know where to take them because you know where they desire to go.
Yes. Sometimes, even in the past when I did the tiny challenge, when I presented the 100K offer, I didn't know what the 100K offer would look like until after I did call number 1.
Because they gave you the content.
Yeah.
And then you created context around it.
Yes.
Wow.
I just knew I would probably pitch a 100K offer, but I just didn't know
what was going to go in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And so
Yes.
the person you sold it to gave you the contents of your first 100K offer.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course it sold. And plus
It was specifically made for them.
Yeah. 100% customized. Yeah.
Wow.
And that could be for a $2,000 offer or a $1,000 offer. When you're starting out, just get your first $1,000 in the bank. That transformation that happens, that first dollar is not just money, it's your identity. It's like you're a legit paid coach now. Yeah. And that's worth millions.
Wow.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So you're buying an identity. That's really what it is.
Yeah. I can think of so many people who have been on the struggle bus for a while now, who this offer could potentially change everything for them.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing, dude.
Yeah.
So go to tinychallengebook.com, get the book, and then do what it says.
Yep.
Run your first tiny challenge.
Yep.
And then leave you a testimonial.
If you want to leave a testimonial, for sure.
If you want to, right.
Yeah. I mean, humbly, we've got so many now.
Right. You don't even have time to use them all.
Yeah, we can't. And you could be scrolling for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I really believe more people will make their first dollar online through tiny challenges than any other framework.
Wow.
Because you don't have to learn every other skill involved. It's got the least amount of friction and flexibility and allows you to get started right now. And you learn so much from it as well.
Wow. So guys, I think you probably have gotten as much out of this conversation as I have. My recommendation is for those of you who are you see your business going down, or you just want to add a new offer for the purpose of offering a really premium value offer, like a 50K offer, like a 100K offer. It seems like this tiny challenge concept would be a very good way to do it. I would recommend highly that you try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russell did it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it too. And I mean, I made my Myron tweaks to it, but I wouldn't have had the idea were it not for what I learned from you.
So
So
cool.
great stuff, Richmond. And you have people can watch you do one. How do they watch you do one?
Yes. So once you purchase the book, we only allow people who buy the book to actually sit in on me doing it. And
Wow.
So if
Made
you're
it all like a members only. If you're not a member of the Tiny Challenge Book Club, you can't even watch me, bro.
that's
Ooh,
right.
Aren't you snooty?
So it's a free book anyway.
It's a free book,
I do it. I'll probably do it around twice a year.
Okay.
Where I actually do the tiny
you're
challenge.
doing it.
Yeah, and they can sit in and watch and observe, and then we got options for doing Q&A at the end. But because they're all going to come in with similar problems, and they will have the personal transformation themselves as well. Yeah.
So good, Richmond. So good. All right. You get the book, tinychallengebook.com. After you get the book, then he'll tell you how you can watch him do the challenge. And then you can go do your own tiny challenge and make your own big money from tiny challenges. Richmond, thanks again. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, Myron.
Glad to have you on.
Awesome.
All right, gang. That's it for this show. Richmond Din, all the way from Australia, the Tiny Challenge champion. Let's go. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.